Hey guys, doing so we're gonna go over the rankings for you guys for episode 9 of season 3. In the last episode, we have essentially Wan fully accepting to be part of Liella, not just literally being a part of it. As you can see, she kind of wanted to distance herself. So let's see how she does in this ranking.
でも私、マルガレーテちゃんの気持ち少しわかるかもしれない。
再びリエラに激震、新メンバーと旧メンバーとの間に修復不可能と思われる亀裂が。これは見事な風景ね。だったら私がゲームで対戦プレイの楽しさを教えてやるぜ。
You lose
あんな大会ククの青春の全てをかけているラブライブを。
私はいいと思いますよ。班ごとに各自の課題と向き合って全体練習の時にその課題を克服していく。
だから今相手がすごく自分に気を使ってくれているとか無理して話しかけてくれているとかそういうのにすごく敏感になっちゃってるのかも。
想像するだけで悔しくて眠れないっす。みんなと平等にみんなと同じ気持ちで何より自分に負けない姿でステージに立ちたいんす。
同じになったからこそ互いが活動しやすい形にするのも大切なことかもしれません。
マルガレーテちゃん、そこまでスクールアイドルのこと分かってくれていたなんて。
は？
私たちみんなマルガレーテちゃんのこと大好きだからさ。
私は自分と帳が入ったことでリエラがより一層すごくなったと感じてほしい。よりつながった強い気持ちをみんなに届けたい。
So that concludes the results for season 3 episode 9. So as we get to see, Wan gets first place again. She got first place in the last episode, but notably the main difference is that she got a really good average, 2.69. In fact, the one thing about this average is that it's the best average for all of season 3 and by quite a bit. We'll talk about that more later, but you get to see that she just dominated in so many categories, especially 26 to 30 year olds. A 1.83 is insane. If you're wondering what the div divided by 0 is, it's a divided by 0 error. That's just because no one's in that category, so it's divided by 0, so that's what that is. For second place, we have Kanon. Again, popular. Stays that way. Tomani gets third. She didn't really play much of a role of this episode, but we can see that it looks like she might have some staying power, as seems like people seem to like her. That didn't really seem to happen for her sister, who's still stuck at 10th, but we get to see that the first years have potentially gotten into people's hearts. And in fourth place, we have Kinoko. This is her best episode yet, and quite a bit, and this is not even her focus episode, but as you can see, she's actually played a role in helping Wan and trying to get her to be more into the group. Of course, there's still more to be had for next episode, but we could see that she got the most third place votes. That's what helped her. She hasn't really soared into first place yet. We'll see how that is going to change later. And she seems to be liked by the males and 21 to 25 year olds, but not as much as the older audience. We can see that she's one of the worst still in that category. And we got to move to fifth place. That's Chisato. She's moved up since last episode. Nothing really drastic change for her, but I guess that's how it is. Ren's in 6th, Kuku's in 7th, and Mei's in 8th. Sunra's starting to struggle a little bit more. She's in 9th. She hasn't really done much for a while. And then 10th place is Natsumi, as I mentioned earlier, and 11th place is Shiki. Yeah, she's in trouble, but at this point, I don't know what much they can do. They gave her a bit of a focus episode, and she was a center. And now it's kind of like, that was so long ago. Not a whole lot of people are remembering that episode at this point. Or at least it's not affecting the way they rank at this point. So we can now get to see the whole trend of the episodes. We only got 3 left. And as I mentioned earlier, 2.69 is the best ever. And the next best is what? 3.21. So this is quite a huge victory for Wan. And she has some really true staying power with these rankings, as she is pretty much solidified second place overall, unless Connor really falls hard, which she's not. It's just not going to happen. We got a lot of love given for Wien. Tamati has trended better once we actually got to know her, because before she was kind of default last because we don't know her, not going to do well. But if you especially focus towards the more recent episodes, you can see that people are starting to like her and she has a potential to move up. We got a bunch of the third years kind of stuck in the muddy middle, can fluctuate their overall average rankings pretty quickly depending on the episode. We got Kinko still in dead last, but maybe the next few episodes can save her and get her out of last overall, because you know Shiki ain't doing a whole lot more at this point either. But it's definitely interesting to see the trend for all these episodes over the time, and we'll have to see how this stays with the last few episodes wrapping up very soon here. So of course, if you want to see the demographics of all the viewers, you can see them on screen now. If you're curious to see who belonged into what group, what's the breakdown. And of course, thank you to all the people who participated in this poll. Thank you for the people. You can see their names flying across the screen. These are people who wish to be credited for the participation. So thank you to all who are on the screen. I appreciate your contributions to making these kind of videos. And of course, the comments as well. Not a crazy amount here, so you can quickly read them. And you can see how people voted for certain ways. And definitely a few of them are really happy to see Kinoko finally getting some screen time, and some quality screen time and important screen time. And of course, we're going to get more in the following episode, and we'll see how that affects her rankings. And more importantly, because episode 10, that's almost going to be auto default to giving Kinoko probably a really high place. Is that going to truly stay, or is it going to fade away? As we had to see for like Natsumi, she did well when she was the focus of the episode, and then past that, never again. Same thing with Shiki. So that's kind of one of the things that might happen. Is, are they just going to end the focus episode, and then after that, it's back to normal? I don't care anymore. So we'll have to see, because sometimes those focus episodes change the way the character is, and then they go back to the normal after that. But anyways, we'll have to wait and see how that goes for them. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments below. How did you feel about Wien? How did you feel about the way she treated people? But in the end, what a resolution. How did you feel about that? How do you feel about Kinoko's role in that? And Kano's role, which there was some in there, but not as much, because you can see that she's backing off as you know they're going to deal with graduation pretty dang soon here. So I'm curious to see how do you feel about her role, as well as just the their third year roles in general. Thank you guys for watching, and hope to catch you guys in another video soon.